Hey y'all, how you doing today? I am making some chili. I'm glad you're in the kitchen with me, and I'm gonna make my chili. I've had a lot of people say, show us how you make your chili. So here it is. First of all, you can find the recipe in my book, Happiness is Homemade, and it's on Amazon, y'all. It's a bestseller. They've dropped the price, so y'all go get some for yourself and some for Christmas presents. You can always have a good meal if you got these recipes in your arsenal. But the easy one I'm gonna make today is my chili. Now in here, I call it, I can't believe it's not beef, turkey chili. So if you wanna add turkey, you can, this is how you jazz it up and make it really beefy tasting if you've got turkey. But you know what? I'm using beef. All you gotta do is substitute the beef. This is the same spices and everything that you need in any chili recipe, no matter which type of meat you choose. So today I'm using ground beef. This is gonna be some good stuff. I put some olive oil in the bottom of my pan here, and I've got my meat cooking, okay? So I've got this beautiful meat going. I did salt it because that's what I do when I'm cooking my meat. So I've got that going, and the next thing we're gonna do is add some mushrooms. And I know people say, what, mushrooms? Listen, y'all, it gives it a good mouthfeel. It makes it meatier. And also, this is a way to stretch a buck. If you need to stretch a buck and you don't have enough meat, throw some mushrooms in there. People will never know because these soak up the flavor of the beef, and it's just really good. So we're gonna put in there a drained can, 4-ounce can of mushrooms. Then we're gonna put in some Worcestershire sauce. Now y'all, this does something really good to it. Shake it up a little bit. We're gonna put 2 tablespoons in there, okay? 2 tablespoons. Now, y'all, this will be going, I'm cooking it right now fast, and then I'll turn it down on simmer, and it'll simmer for hours, and it'll be so good when we're ready to eat it. The next thing we're gonna do, stir that together, we're gonna add some tomato paste. Now, you can do the whole can, you can do just a few spoons, however tomatoey that you want it. So I'm gonna do, the recipe calls for a whole can, but today I think I'm just gonna do a half, but you do how much you want. So you put it down in here, and you stir it in, and y'all already, it's just looking gorgeous. And y'all should smell how good my kitchen smells right now. I've got all my spices open, and we're ready to go. So this has got to cook for 3 minutes. And we'll let that sauce get incorporated with the meat, and I'll be back in 3 minutes. Okay, y'all, we've cooked this for 3 minutes, maybe a little more. Whoops. Gotta be careful in the kitchen, don't we? But anyway, I'm stirring this up, and now we're gonna just keep moving forward with this. The next thing we're gonna add is, let me set this down. The next thing we're gonna add is our tomatoes and our beans. Now, y'all, I do 1 regular size can of the black beans, and I have drained these. If you don't drain them, it really makes your stuff dark. But anyway, I put those in, and I'm gonna put in a regular size can of diced tomatoes. And I'm always put in a can of rotel, which is also green chilies and tomatoes. So there we go. Got my tomato products in. So this looks good. Okay. Oh, y'all, this looks so good. It smells delicious too, but it's gonna smell even better when I start adding these spices in. Now, I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Y'all, this smells so good, and I like a lot of chili powder. Now, if you don't add as much. Actually, I'm doing 1.5 tablespoons. Then I gotta pull out that cumin. You cannot have it without cumin. Cumin smells so good. I just love it. Well, I'm doing 3/4 of a tablespoon of cumin. And then, y'all, I always put cayenne pepper in mine. If you don't like it, don't do it. I do about 4 shakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have to measure, it's gonna be about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Then the next thing we gotta do is add a few more spices. Okay, I'm gonna do a teaspoon of garlic powder. Just a teaspoon, but that goes a long way. And I'm gonna also do a teaspoon of oregano. Yes, I put oregano in mine. Just a teaspoon. It adds a great flavor. I'm also gonna use sugar as a seasoning. and I'm gonna do a teaspoon of this. It's not for sweetness, it's for seasoning. Then I'm gonna do a half of a teaspoon of black pepper. Just a half. I like black pepper. Now, if you don't like any of this stuff, don't add it. All right. Now, there is the salt issue, and I'm not going to do, it calls for a tablespoon of salt, but I'm going to start with about half of that, and then I'll taste it. So I'm going to do a half of a tablespoon right now, and that's it. Now, we're not done, okay? We're going to bring this to a boil after we add a few more ingredients. We'll bring it to a boil and turn it on simmer. And then later in the day, whenever you're ready, at least 30 to 45 minutes, you'll be ready for some really good chili. Now, I am going to use a broth in mine. You can use whatever you've got. Now, I'm using a beef broth today, but if you don't have that, use chicken. It's no big deal. Just a can of beef broth. And then you were also going to need a cup of water. Now, I'm going to tell you one of my secrets is I like strong chili. And so instead of adding the water, I'm going to use a cup of very strong coffee that I made this morning. Y'all, it really does make it good. And if you don't like it, you can always use water. Now, here it is. Yum. I'm going to bring this to a boil and simmer it for a while. And then later, I'll be back and show you how beautiful this chili is. See y'all shortly. Looks delicious. Okay, this is rocking and rolling right here, and I need to taste this. So y'all give me a second. Let me get a spoon. I'm going to taste of the broth. Now, y'all, let's talk about the beans. A lot of people don't like beans in their chili, and some people love beans in their chili, and I don't know how you roll on this. I like beans in my chili. My husband does not, so hence we just did the 1 can of beans. All right, let me taste this. Oh, that is so good. Y'all, that chili powder, I love. It's so smoky. It needs a little more salt. It sure does. I'm going to add a little bit more salt. That's probably half a teaspoon. Don't dump it in because you know you can't take it out once you get it in. Okay, let me. We are rocking and rolling. See you shortly. Y'all, I have been smelling this all day. It is divine smelling. Perfect day for some chili. So I've got me some in my beautiful brown drip soup bowl, and I'm going to tell you how I serve this up. I always put on top of mine a good dollop of sour cream and a few pickled jalapenos. Now, do y'all do pickled jalapenos? I love them. This is how I'm gonna do it. Serve it up just like that. Oh my goodness. I am in chili heaven right now. I hope y'all will give this a try. Oh, this looks so good. You got the beans, you got the mushrooms, you got the meat, got that beautiful broth. And then we add a little bit of sour cream on it. And you can put cheese on it. Sky's the limit on this, people. Y'all, that's so good. That broth is delicious. And y'all, on your broth, remember when you're tasting of your broth, that is your chance to spice it up if it needs more spices, or, you know, whatever you think you need to do to fix it. Does it need salt? Does it need pepper? But y'all, this doesn't need anything but my spoon. All right, y'all. I'm going to tell you what I always tell you. The good Lord, he loves you a lot. And I do too. I love you too. Y'all go have a really good day. Make you some delicious chili. And look, folks, if you buy these spices and have them in your pantry, buy a few cans of beans and keep some meat in the freezer, you can make chili at the drop of the hat. All right. Love and blessings to you. Bye-bye.